Hey guys, welcome to my daily video. I'm out and the weather is unbearable. It continues to have such a high humidity. Yesterday we had thunder, lightning and everything, thunderstorms, but it didn't cool down. The air still feels like it's in a jungle, like that tropical feeling. And it also brings out flowers. We have a lot of flower buds that are opening up, that are going into the last stage when they really rush along with the development. So let's have a look. This one is pretty far along. I think it's a Wörlitz hybrid, Wörlitz Cantora, something like that, but I'm not entirely sure. We will see. Then let's have a look. This one here, this is a misplant hybrid, Cherry Red Grandiflorus, crossed with Lima. Hopefully something interesting in regards to the flower. These are the first flowers, and I'm actually happy that I kept this plant, because I have sorted out a lot of stuff like that in the past. Over there, the Arboricola hybrids. I need to take them out soon. So for now, I am just slowly making space in the greenhouse so we can remove the flowering plants. The one in the front there needs to be removed. So within the next day or two, these need to go, so I can get there. Once again, we'll need to get help, but it will be done. And then I can pollinate the one in the corner, because I think it's a Flying Dragon hybrid, Flying Dragon crossed with Cantora, and it's a good one. So that one might even be interesting for time lapse. So it is the way the flower buds look. I might have to do it today, or I might have to get help today. That is pretty far along, you know. There also is pink stripes there that needs to be out. There's another one that needs to be out. Oh my god, it's getting too much. I'm already worried, you know. And in between I need to make sure that Mika and Kami are happy. It's priority, you know, this type of stuff. But then, I mean, right now everything's looking good. We just got new pots that I want to show you. I mean, I posted a separate video. We will be repotting a few for the channel, doing repotting stuff. And I hate repotting. I really hate it. It's just dirty, you know. You're always covered in dust. Therefore, I am moving to organic soil. Someone wrote something in the comment today about mineral medias and whatnot, and yeah, I've been using pumice for very long. I'm a big fan of pumice as a mineral, as a medium for cacti. It's great, I love it, but I want to reduce the amount of mineral dust that is around me. So I will move to more organic soil, because I think we can. If we find out that the climate here just doesn't support it, then we will maybe increase the percentage of pumice, bring in a little bit washed pumice. I still use washed pumice for seedlings, because seedlings are just so sensitive, you know. And when you can single them out like this, it greatly reduces the losses that you would have due to fungal infections, mealybug, or all kinds of pests that just can have enough humidity in the top layer of the soil to thrive. So at this size, washed pumice is actually a pretty good medium, and for them I do not want to replace it. But this is washed. This does not have dust. You just have to be careful and not to mess around with it too much, that you drop it all the time. And yeah, and that happens. So it just means when you're working clean work without a lot of stuff that's lying around. Yeah, earlier today, a hawk or some kind of, these local species, I do not know which one, but big bird has been stalking Kami, and it's been scaring me. I mean, Kami is an old cat, like I need to be careful about stuff like this, or like foxes and weasels. It's all not so easy. So, okay, in here, this one will be flowering soon, this one will be flowering soon, and this one needs to be taken out. So I have a whole list of stuff that where someone needs to help me later. It sucks, but it is what it is, The alternative would be to not being able to show this beautiful stuff on the channel. So yeah. Okay. So this is claw. This one will look great too. I'm not sure. I mean, I could do time lapse, but I'm not sure. This is a big plant. I'm already worried. It fell over a lot last year. Then I kind of stuck it into the corner, but it wasn't great, and it leaned over. This is a species that it grows a lot, like Telegonoides. I think because it involves it. You see these notches above the areoles. I looked into the family tree, and there was something that had to do with like Telegonoides or something like that. One of the parents, not sure which one. Buena Vista, Rosa California, something. But it's definitely a plant that could break, like from the nature of these plants. They grow like that. They sometimes break off and continue to grow elsewhere, so they can cover a wider area. The jungle. I really can't take it anymore. Something needs to happen here with the jungle, because it's just so much work to just control it, just barely control it. I do not know how my grandparents did this in the past, No idea. So this is Paul Ehrlich, and it will look amazing when they open up. Yeah, it's a bit sensitive to dropping the flower, so I waited very long. Now I have it here, and I want to do time lapse with it, but I need to clean it up first before I bring that into the house. I do not want to have roaches or something like that. You never know. Also got to be careful not to rip out any spines here, because this is a important path where we walk. I don't need that on the path. Yeah, this is a plant I got from Ingo Bartels, and I'm eternally grateful. Wonderful hybrid, and Ingo played a big role in distributing this. Great hybrid. In my opinion, I love it. This is a great flower. Yeah, and I want to put it into the time-lapse thing too, but I am not sure, because I don't want to over stress myself over this stuff, It's just getting a lot. There are so many flowering plants, but I need to, channel needs to grow, urgently needs to grow. Can't continue to grind like I used to. In the past I could do it, but now I'm old. Feeling like a pensioner, And that's exactly what I want to do, what I need. Time to rest a little bit. Just enjoying to film what we do here. This is okay. So now I just want to clear the root area not only for the plant, but also to make sure there's no insect coming into the house. I mean, whatever is in there, hopefully stays in there while they're in the house. There's a spider, and I will just leave her alone. But I want to move this plant into the house soon, like later today. I will just go away now, leave the spider be, and later I will take a look here and move this plant elsewhere. But I'm a little bit worried about it dropping flowers again. Last year it dropped a lot, all like four flowers. That's when I repotted it. Now it has a bigger pot, and it seems to be able to have enough resources now. That's something when I instantly repot, when a plant isn't able to grow fruit or isn't able to grow like a flower. They need that, like that much energy they definitely need. But this, like the next time lapse thing, this is going to be very, I don't know, I'm scared. Yeah, I'm not sure how to do it, but I will probably let these brought out so I can focus on showing them. I want to show the flower too. I need to be able to show the flower. There's a big one that I see. That I think that's a Flying Dragon hybrid, I think. And in front, that is Mamacita. I want to have that one in too, but it's still a while away. We will only move the plants that have relatively big flower buds like this. Yeah, but I do not want to have all the cacti in my house either. So a lot of them will stay outside. I'm focusing on showing them, you know, we are filming them. So a part stays out, a part comes in. But apart from that, I mean, I don't want to move two big plants. I'm scared that they, like, I don't know, I don't want to have slugs in my house. These fell over during the storm tonight, but it's not a problem. We will lift them up later. This one I probably have to sort out. It's not flowering. Once again, hasn't flowered in a few years. And this is a huge plant, a Purpureo pilosus hybrid by Andreas Wessner, I think. Purpureo pilosus crossed with Uranus, I think. And yeah, the flower is nice, but not so nice, you know, to have like, this is a square meter. The thing goes from here to here. So we need to probably sort that one out. And it's a dangerous plant, so I'm not sure what I can do with it. It's difficult to give someone such a plant in such a shape. Maybe we have to take a few cuttings or something like that. I don't know. It might even be when we cut it, it instantly flowers the next year. Could probably happen. But I don't want to have to do experiments like that every year to get it to flower, you know. If a plant doesn't flower easily, I usually do not keep them. I did, however, keep it because I wanted to have a photo, like being able to show the body of Purpureo pilosus, even if it's just a hybrid. This is, you can already see the body. You can see some resemblance to Purpureo pilosus, you know. I wanted to photograph it a little bit. Yeah, but it's just so hard to handle, and I hurt myself on it a few times, so not seeing like long term with it. And this one here, this is Purpureo pilosus too, by the way. This is botanical Purpureo pilosus, and it has a weird variegation. Not sure. So I repotted it a couple years ago, I think, and it looks much better now with grasshopper. Looks much better, but no flowers so far. I wanted to show Purpureo pilosus in flower for the new books. I'm not sure if we will print them or not at the beginning. Maybe we will do a limited run. If not, we will do ebooks. We will see. At least until I have like a little bit more push behind me with the channel. Channel grows, you know, and it makes it easier for me to push through a book. Here's another one that I found. Also interesting shape. And this is a rooted cutting of the same plant that I've shown like earlier. They all grow pretty unique. Like of course you have a certain pattern that comes through, but that's more like a thing with crests in general. Or monstrose growth, which is this here more. Here's a cool plant, I like it. Let's do a status update about Bamboy. I'm not sure, it doesn't look bad. Definitely doesn't look bad. This looks good. This is the plant that was labeled pink stripes. I do not think it was pink stripes because it doesn't flower at the same time the other pink stripes are flowering. This has been flowering with the sister, the Wurzel hybrid. I think it's one of those. But yeah, we got a lot of fruit, which is awesome. Then this is Yellow California crossed with Bamboy, I think, or something like that. I need to look it up again. I filmed it. Yeah, and a lot of plants that are not flowering yet, but are still now in full sun, get great treatment, great nutrients the whole summer, like every couple of weeks or so, fertilizing them, but you're careful, not too much. You just want to give them a little bit for the next 2 or 3 weeks, and then you do it again. The constant giving of low dose fertilizer is just something that attributes that helps promotes flowering. At least with the fertilizer that I'm using, which you know is foliar feedable, stuff like that, you know, pH buffer and all. That's the little things that make a difference. Also micronutrients additional that are necessary. Yeah, and when you use that constantly, of course it adds to the health, general health, and this also improves the flowering. A sick plant might flower like one sick flower, like a desperate attempt at flowering, but not what we are doing here, you know. Over here we have a flower, which is great. Everything's so packed here. Yeah, I mean, there are going to be a lot of flowers. And I just hope that there are a few plants that have not produced flowers yet, flower buds, and I hope they will come around. Here's Amun-Re with 2. That's a good start, but I would really like to have more pollen, fresh pollen available to use as fodder. But yeah, so far the other plants haven't had any flower buds. Let's have a look. So this is one, and this fluff, I'm not sure, but it's probably from the year before, from last year. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything here. Maybe I have to move it. Yeah, and these all look good. I'm happy. It has rained a lot, so I just need to make sure that the weeds aren't overgrowing them, because it takes away the light. Light is everything. And it also creates like this humidity chamber down below. It's not good. Okay, let's move that Paul Ehrlich thing. Here it is, but I gotta get help. I'll continue later. By the way, wanna do an update here. Fruit update. It's hard to tell, but I think the right one is pollinated. But sometimes you are easily mistaken, led into the wrong direction. So we will see. I just hope that they do not rip each other down all when one falls, because that happens. Can also happen that the flower that is developing pushes away a fruit. So we will cut them probably when the flower is getting a little bit longer. I know a lot of breeders cut the flowers, and I think we will do it in the future too. Reduce fungal infections and all. I mean, it can only be good to have less rotting stuff lying around. I mean, of course it's natural, but I don't think there's any benefit to it, like leaving the rotten part on it. Probably the opposite, but you would need to, I don't know, measure it, and I do not want to get involved. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, in here, then there needs something needs to happen here, and it's frustrating because it will be a lot of work. But yeah, I urgently need pink stripes when it's flowering like that, and I urgently need arboricola over there. Oh my god, this is so much work. I think maybe we have another day, but today something already needs to happen so we can at least show the plants the way I want it to. I want to show them on video, and if they are flowering somewhere far away in the distance, that's not possible. And also, once the flowers are open, it is more difficult to move them out, because they can get damaged so easily. Yeah, okay, so for now I'm happy, but that part in the greenhouse that you've just seen, there needs to be a road, and hopefully it will exist tomorrow, because the flower needs to be out tomorrow. Okay, I think this is my outro for now. I need to stop. It's so hot, so humid. It really gives me a lot of hard time to breathe and all. So I'm going inside now, taking a break. Maybe I'll get out later again, but I need to ask for help first, and that needs to the plants need to go out fast, because for one, it would be great to have them on the time lapse, and another, we want to film them, we want to do the pollination and all. So yeah, just want to say thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. It's been a rough week. Had a few tick bites again, and it usually doesn't happen to me. It was just somehow on both legs I had ticks again, tick bites, and it instantly, I don't know why, it instantly gives me like a flashback of the Lyme disease. And so I need a few more days to get back into the groove, until things are normal again. But I need to function right now. Right now is flowering time. If you can't handle that, you need to get out of the business, out of the cactus breeding hobby, because it's just you are waiting, you're putting so much work and energy into the flowering, and then it happens, and then you just need to be there. I mean, it's not a question. It is it's a question of duty, So when you have so many cacti and you care for them and you water them and all, you want to get them to flower, then you just need to be there. I mean, you need to function, and I'm trying, but there are right now it's so difficult with all these ticks. They are everywhere. So we will long term change the landscape here, because I cannot walk past so many ticks, so much grass anymore. But it will take a little bit time, and I invite you guys to stay along for the journey. I have a huge garden that is really giving me a hard time. I'm so exhausted sometimes because I'm not healthy, and I have a jungle in front of my house, and it needs to be like kept away, because otherwise it comes, the jungle comes to you, and it grows into the walls, into the like tubes and all. So you need to make sure that that doesn't happen, and it will be like difficult here long term. Now in the next winter we will cut back the jungle behind me, behind you, this here, just so we can get it under control a little bit. We will just make sure that there's a little bit more light coming through here, because these like Robinia, pseudo-acacia trees, they are a nightmare fuel. They are great for the bees, and we will always have enough for the bees, but we also need light for the cacti, so we cut them back. That's what happens in winter. Right now, with the birds and all, birds are left alone during this time, and that's good. So, like it's right. But in winter, stuff comes down, because we need long term. We need more light. When the light comes here, it gives us 2 hours of light, and on the other side too. You gotta make sure that the greenhouse stays bright, and that is also part of this whole thing. Might have to get like a company who takes down bigger trees, because I'm not a lumberjack. Wanted to show you this. Like, this whole thing is full of spiders. It looks amazing, but no flowers yet. I started pushing it a little. I had tried to just let it dry until it starts flowering, but that wasn't really doing anything at that point. So now I'm giving it a little bit of fertilizer, but not much, just to maybe give it a little flower boost, but I'm not seeing it this year again. So it's like having a tree in your living room, and it's not really doing anything apart from blocking like a huge space. I mean, and don't get this the wrong way, I will keep it, of course, but it needs to start flowering, because, I mean, you have such an amazing plant, and it's a beautiful one. It would be great to see it flowering. It would look amazing when you have like the whole plant full of flower buds. Yeah, but it's growing roots for at least another 2 years or so. There's still root space in the pot. I put it in a big pot so it can root, and that's what it's been doing since I repotted it. This plant hasn't flowered since I repotted it maybe 5-6 years ago, but it has grown to the roof twice in that time, putting all the energy into the growth, into the body, into the roots, but not into flowering. So we'll see how that continues. And then I took off the tip, and the tip piece started flowering. That's the tip piece. So it's not impossible to get it to flower. I just do not want to have it like having to stress it every year so it's flowering. I do not like to do that. This one here has a really huge flower, and it could look amazing too when it's opening up with multiple flowers at once. So I also have an eye on this one, but it's also a dangerous plant, hard to handle. Candicans in general is a dangerous plant. Here's stuff for the time lapse, and I will probably bring them in now. I just wanted to have them somewhere in between, to get all the slugs and bugs out. When they are moved, I felt like maybe they think, it's not safe here. So yeah, but I also see ants, so I gotta be careful that I do not get ants into the house when I'm doing the time lapse. But it's definitely an option, it could happen. It wouldn't be the first time, like when I brought some kind of soil from outside and I suddenly had like ants. Okay, so this is the end. I just wanna underline again that a lot of the subscribers here are my friends, and we're getting a lot of new subscribers, and it's all new to me. I always wanted this, I always wanted to show this hobby to a wider audience, and now that it's happening, also with the time lapse, it just is like interesting to look at. And now I'm a little bit scared, but I mean, on the other hand, it's time. It's time that I've been posting my stuff for so long on social media, and this is the first time where I feel like I'm really close. I'm really like having something here. Not want to say magic in a bottle, lightning in a bottle, so, but something like that, you know. I have there's so many plants that are flowering for the future that I could do this forever. But every year we gotta decide, am I healthy enough to continue from year to year? So this year, this is a pretty important season, and it shows. Yeah, and I just wanna, I don't know, it's great to be here. It's great that I can show this, like the quality of work on the channel that I do right now. I'm proud that I can show these time-lapse videos. It took like a year to prepare the plants to get to the point where they flower so nicely. And it's great to see. I'm proud. I'm proud. My mother is proud. My mother is not healthy. I'm actually, tonight I woke up like I was at 3 at night, just thinking, you know, like about my mother's poor health and all, and that I want her to see like me finally, you know, having success in the way I want it. You know, I already have success in so many ways. We wrote books, we went viral so many times, like on Facebook, Instagram, everything, everywhere. Yeah, but I don't know, I'm really grinding right now, and I can't continue like that with how hard it is, you know. So I hope things will change for the better in the future. I want my mother to be proud. I want my mother to see me succeeding, and I think we will. I think this channel will become something big, and I really mean it. It's nothing that I say in hopes that it happens. I really mean it. So I will just try every day to post the best stuff that I can post with the limited skills that I have, you know. I'm self-taught in many ways, and I'm not really, I'm not the type of person where everything has to be exact. I mean, everyone who watches my videos knows that by now, but it's difficult for me. It doesn't come naturally. Okay, guys, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you being here.